Hi Spartans, my name is Emily and I am a first-year social work and criminal justice major.
Hi everyone, I am Joseph and I am also a first year and a psych major.
We will be going back and forth to talk about all of the things to do when you are not in class, studying, or whenever you just have some downtime. There is a plethora of things to do once you get to Manchester.
North Manchester might be a small town, but is full of different places to visit. One of the great things about Manchester and it being on the smaller side is that you have a sense of community. No matter where you go, people will stop and say hello and even ask about your day. One of the places to go that is in town is Kenapoko Mocha. It is a quaint coffee shop and can be utilized for studying or to just grab good coffee with a friend, and the prices are also very affordable.
When I'm stressing out over finals, my go-to drink at Kenapoko Mocha is an iced caramel macchiato made with almond milk. Going back to what you had previously mentioned about the sense of community, I totally agree. One of the things I enjoy the most is being able to see familiar faces everywhere I go. Here in Manchester, another option in town to eat at is Grant's Ice Cream Shop, which is about 3 minutes or so away from campus. There are various flavors of ice cream, and again, the prices are very reasonable, which as college students that usually live on a budget are all about.
The last place in town, but probably the most popular, is El Mez. El Mez is a Mexican restaurant. You can usually see this place full of your fellow college students or even professors. Whether you go during the week or when they're their busiest, during the weekend, the food is fantastic. It has a great atmosphere and you get your food in a very prompt manner. You are able to talk and bond over the free chips and salsa that is served almost immediately as you sit down. It is a great option for dinner when the Union food is not the best that day, and also great when you are craving Mexican food, and El Mez will certainly satisfy that.
What do you normally get when you eat there?
I personally like the burritos, but I generally fill myself up with chips and salsa before I even get my meal.
So how much do you typically pay for your meal?
I pay about $9 and some odd change.
That's not too bad. Do you know if they offer student discounts?
I don't think they do, but I know Subway does when I order my turkey breast with lettuce, tomato, and banana peppers.
Let's touch a little bit more on how to get student discounts. As one of my friends suggests, essentially show your ID to basically anyone that has a pulse. On top of this, there's an app called Unidays, which gives you access to a ton of free student discounts. While we're on the topic of food, some places that are not in town, like Huntington, which is about 30 minutes southeast of Manchester, has many options as well. For example, Applebee's. In case if you weren't aware, Applebee's offers a 2 for $20 deal, which is great for the quality of food. There's also a movie theater in Huntington called Goodrich, which is also a popular location. FYI, I've heard that they offer student discounts.
Another out-of-town location, Warsaw, which is 30 minutes north of Manchester, is where you can do a lot of shopping. There's a TJ Maxx, Kohl's, and a Maurice's.
Warsaw is my hometown, so I'm certainly familiar with all of the things they have to offer. TJ Maxx is by far my favorite. I always go there in search of one thing, but end up leaving with 5 extra items.
I've heard there are also 2 bowling alleys. Warsaw might be 30 minutes away, but there is much to do, so your trip is never wasted. There are also many lakes and trails to go see as well.
Well, the Winona trails are a must if you're in town. While walking the trails, you will be exposed to a quiet yet scenic location. Don't forget that Winona is home to Rocket Fizz, which is basically an old-fashioned soda shop, as well as Kalani's, which is a family-owned ice cream store. As for a larger location you can visit, I would certainly suggest Fort Wayne. It is the closest city to us. It may be 45 minutes out, but it is well worth it. There's always something going on in Fort Wayne. For example, the Johnny Appleseed Festival, which takes place during the month of September. There is also the Glenbrook Mall, as well as the Jefferson Point Mall. If you're not in the mood to spend money, you could simply go there to window shop. Although, if you would like some store recommendations, I personally like to shop at Forever 21 as well as American Eagle. Also, if you're in need of cheap textbooks, there is a Barnes & Noble's which has great discounts, and they even offer textbook buybacks. How about you? What stores do you like to shop at?
I personally like to shop at Champs or Macy's and get whatever outfit drops or shoe drops I can get my hands on.
I love those stores too. There is an Uncle Bill's pet store as well as a zoo. During the winter, there is an ice skating rink that is open. There are a number of movie theaters to choose from as well, such as Regal Coldwater Crossing, AMC Jefferson Point, and Carmike 20. As for food, there are multiple places to eat at, such as Chick-fil-A, Qdoba, and Chipotle. Fort Wayne is a great getaway from the small town and can be a refreshing place to visit.
As you guys can see, there is much to do once you get to Manchester University. Do not let the small town fool you. Manchester has a lot of character and it'll feel like your second home in no time. Hopefully this podcast helps as you settle into Manchester.
I know your first year will take a little getting used to due to the drastic change from high school. Make sure to get involved with new friend groups and clubs because they will certainly make your college experience well worth it. Also, make sure to find friend groups that have cars because carpooling will soon become part of your daily routine. Thank you guys for tuning in.